All right, today's lesson is on conditional probability. I suggest you print this out. Should be in with your notes. This is the deck of cards, and I'll go over that in a minute. And it'll help you get through these first 6 questions on these notes. All right, conditional probability is a probability when you know something has already happened. What's the probability of something else happening? I suppose I rolled a dice. I said, I know the number's even. Okay, you already know it's even. What's the probability that it's a 2? Well, there's 1, 2, and there's 3 evens. That's 1 out of 3. It changes the probability if you already know something. So conditional probability is the probability that an event B occurs given that event A has already occurred. And it looks like this. It's read as the probability of B given A. And the formula is what we're going to need for these notes and your homework. Probability of B given that A's happened. Now notice something I want you to notice is the whatever's given, it goes on the bottom. On the top is just the intersection. All right, so let's go over a deck of cards. Here's a deck of cards, and I wrote down here all about the deck of cards. There's 52 cards. 26 are red. These are red. 26 are black. That's half. The reds are the hearts and the diamonds. The blacks are the clubs and the spades. So we have the 4 suits. We have clubs, we have diamonds, we have hearts, we have spades, 4 suits. So there's 13 black clubs. That's these right here. We have 13 black spades, this bottom one. We have 13 red hearts, and we have 13 red diamonds. And there's something called face cards. There's 12 face cards, and these are the face cards. The jack, the queen, and the king. And each suit has 3. Each have a jack, a queen, and a king. So there's 12 face cards. All right, 3 of each suit. Here's my face. All right, back to these problems. So have the deck of cards ready when you're doing these problems. It'll help. So the first one here we have event A is the card is an ace, B the card is black, and C the card is a club. So on this one it says what's the probability of the card is an ace card given that you know it's a black card. So how do you do that? Well, I'm going to use my formula, and that would look like this. The probability of A intersect B, I'll go over that in a second, over the probability of whatever's given, and that's the B. So what is this saying? What's the probability of the card is an ace and it's black, given that it's black? Well, how many aces are black? There's the ace of clubs, there's the ace of spades. So 2 of the aces are black. Over the probability that it is a black card. Well, I know half the cards are black, so it's 2 out of 26, or 1 out of 13. The next one's backwards from the previous one. Doesn't mean it's the same answer. What's the probability if it's black, given that it's an ace card? So the probability of black and ace over the probability an ace. Well, black and ace, there's 2 black aces. And how many aces are there? There's 4. So that's 1 out of 2. The next one, what's the probability that it's an ace given that it's a club? So on the top, it would be their intersection, ace and club. Intersection is just an and, over the probability that it's a club. An ace and a club. There's only one of those, and there's 13 clubs. So 1 out of 13. The next one, club, given that we know it's an ace. So club intersect ace. We just did that even though it's backwards from the previous problem. over the probability that it's an ace. Club and ace, there's only one. Aces, there's 4, so it's 1 out of 4. Notice different answers, but the same situations, almost, sort of, not quite. So black, given that it's a club, so the probability of it's black and a club over the probability that it's a club. Black, club. Well, all clubs are black. How many clubs are there? There's 13. So if you know that the card is black, or you know that it's a club, what's the probability that it's black? Well, all of them are. That's a 100% chance that's going to happen. Okay, next one. Club, given that it's black. Not the same. Okay, how many clubs are black? There's 13 of them, but how many cards are black? 26. So that's 1/2. All right, the next one is not on cards. It's on dogs and cats. In a monthly report, the local SPCA states that it currently has 24 dogs. I'm going to go ahead and put that in my total here. 24, D is for dogs. There's 24 dogs and 18 cats. Well, knowing that, I can figure out how many total animals there are just by adding those up. So that would be 42. All right, 16 of the dogs are female. So dogs, female, there's 16. And 12 of the cats are female. Oops, sorry. 16 dogs are female, 12 cats, so that would be 28. And even though the problem doesn't tell me how many males there are, I can figure that out, because 16 plus what is 24? Well, that's 8, so there's 8 male dogs. 12 plus what is 18, it's 6. 8 and 6 is 14. If this is correct, these two down here should add to 42, and they do. So now I have everything I need to answer these questions. So first I'm going to write this out the way it in the probability form. What's the probability that the pet is male, given always comes second, given that it's a cat? Now, according to our formula, that's the intersection of the two over the probability of what's given, and it's given that it's a cat. So male, cat, they intersect at 6. And cats, there's 18. 6 out of 18 is 1 out of 3. So fill out the table, and then these questions are nice and easy. So next one, probability that the pet is a cat, given that it's a female. So the intersection, so it has to be cat and female, divided by the probability that it's a female. Cat, female, that's 12. Female is 28. If you reduce that, you will get 3/7. And the last one, you try this on your own, put it on pause, I'm going to do it, and then check to see if you did it correctly. All right, the pet is a female, given that it's a dog. So the first thing is their intersection, female and dog, over the probability of what's given, which is D. Female, dog, that's 16. Dog, 24. If you reduce that, it'll be, oops, I almost did that wrong. Why did I put a 28? That's 24. So that is 2/3. All right, so hopefully that'll get you through the worksheet. Remember to print this out or have it open so you can follow along, and you can just look and see how many is, if it's a card problem. If you don't have your table, fill out your table. Have fun. Good luck.